So life is starting to hit a little hard, and it's making me kind of see a different way of making Tamen TCG in general. There's a lot of projects that I'm kind of like working on now, but Tamen TCG is like the one where it's like I'm looking at it and it's like I don't I want it like it is, but at the same time I want to change what has become to be something a little bit more efficient. But this is basically me saying that I don't want to take a break, but there is something happening IRL that is causing me to have to take a break, and it's kind of affecting how I feel like mentally and emotionally towards some of the things I'm doing. So right now, um, there's a lot on my mind. Right now, what I have to do is well get the IRL thing settled, and then while I'm doing that, try and rework Tom and TCG, not from the ground up, but like re-implement some or implement some things to a different structure. There was like a whole IRL thing with that, business wise that I guess I was supposed to get handled, but now it's not seeming like it's all that important. So that was a that was a good I, anyway. Um yeah, I'm gonna rework Tom TG because there's some things I want in there, but in order to do that, I gotta like change a lot of the core stuff while keeping I'm gonna keep the core stuff while changing it to where it has all this other stuff fit in. So it's not exactly adding more onto the more that's already there. It's more like, okay, finding a centralization, mixing it in there, and then making it a little bit more efficient than what it already is. And this will allow me to put more cards in because I would like to have some of the other stuff that I designed in the game as well instead of just a 70 card pool. 70 card pool was because basically these were just supposed to be like single decks. These are supposed to be individual single decks, and they each do their own thing. And it's kind of hard figuring out how to get all those decks tested at one time because there's still yet to be a time where I have tested all those decks at one time. I usually get different people testing it at different times, and then everyone has their say as to what they want to see, what they don't want to, what they see, what they don't want to see, what should be in it, what shouldn't be in it, and all that stuff. And it's like, well, I wanted to hold off on doing any of that until everyone who wanted to try it got a chance to try it, so that everybody's not playing a different game because then you would never get the satisfaction of knowing what truly needs to be done if you always change something and everyone's like, well, change the thing that's been changed, or change this thing that's been changed, or change this thing that's been changed to this, or change back what was just confusion, all that stuff. So uh there's that, and I could talk about that all day. I really could. I want to, but I shouldn't. There's other projects I want to work on as well, and I know it shouldn't be a thing you do where you work on multiple projects at one time, but that's just how I am. Like, I can't work on one thing because then I'll start getting jaded and I'll start doing things that I probably shouldn't be doing with a project because I'm not taking a break back from it. So I have other stuff I want to work on, and it's not like I'm going to work intensely on them. It's more of just framework things like just sketches and notes and outlines and stuff like that. Like, I do that for a lot of stuff, and then I put it to the side, which is kind of better in my opinion because then when you look back on stuff, you don't remember what you wrote, or you don't remember everything that you did, and you look back on it and you're like, oh, this actually seems like a pretty good idea, or I don't know why I did this, throw it out, stuff like that. So it's like I'm doing that at the moment. I kept talking about making a Patreon, and I think that's what the Patreon will be for. It'll be for like, you know, letting people in on the projects and stuff that I'm doing and whatnot. I don't know when I'll have that up. It's gonna be a minute because I'm trying to jot down not every single little thing, but enough for it to be like a kickstart of what the actual project or projects are. Um, there's YouTube. I have no idea what I'm doing with my YouTube. I I want to have a place where I can just do everything I want, and then another place where I can just do Time TCG. And I could just separate those into playlists, which is something I might actually. That's something I'm gonna work on after I finish this video. I'm gonna put like a playlist of all Time TCG stuff, and then everything else will just be in its own little thing. So that way people will know like what to look at, and I'll even put that in like the videos so that people know what to look for and how to look for it. I think it's important to do that. And man, my brain just stalled. What else was I supposed to say? I was supposed to say something. I don't know what it is. Um, But yeah, that's basic. That's I want to say that's basically the gist of it because everything else is just um, project talk, and that stuff isn't completely finished yet. So I don't want to get too far into that without knowing what I'm doing. So basically, I did this once before. I said I was doing a soft reset and doing another one because I'm being too influenced by too much stuff, and I'm not allowing myself to do the things I want to do. I am doing the things I want to do, but at the same time, it's like there's things being told to me that's affecting how I want to do things, and I just don't want to do that anymore. I kind of just want to do the thing I want to do and see it go through because I know what I want to do. I don't know what like I know what's being told of me, but because I don't know everything that's like supposed to quote unquote supposed to be going here or there because I don't have that vision of doing those things, it just feels better if I just like I just do it all myself. Not do it all myself, but like I just what I'm thinking of is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that until it gets to a point where it's like, all right, now I feel like I have the room to listen to people. So I could just sit here and talk for more, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to end it, not right here, but I'm going to end it in this vicinity, and you know get started on some stuff because I have a limit. Did I talk about? I probably shouldn't talk about that, but yeah, there are some things that is causing me to push hard and push forward on projects. So I'm going to get to work on that, and then that does mean I'm going to take a bit of a break from putting anything on YouTube. Maybe I know for me, a break is like a couple days, and then my brain's like, you gotta do something. So there's that. Then there's also the Twitch stuff I was doing, live streaming. I wanted to try YouTube live streaming, but I just never got the opportunity to. But I'm definitely doing the Twitch thing, and it's same name as the YouTube channel, but that's gonna have to have a halt too, especially since that takes a little bit more effort in terms of materials and situations. Like with the YouTube channel, you can just record wherever and that example. With the Twitch thing, you gotta if you don't have like the I don't want to say top of the line stuff, but if you don't have the stuff that allows you to just like stream from anywhere, then you don't really have much going. So there's that as well. But I said I'd end it and I didn't end it. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna get started on some products and stuff, and then once those things are done, I'll give it like I'll give the products themselves a month. But there's gonna be other stuff I do in between then, and we'll see what happens from there. I'll give like small up if I can. I'll give small updates, but if I can't, then I'll just have to wait until I'm available again. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for this one. I don't know what's going to be on the video itself. Maybe it'll be just blackness. Maybe it'll be um, it'll probably be the probably it'll probably be the one of the Tamen TCG test videos I did because I still haven't figured out how I want to use those. So that'll be on here. But yeah. Until then, I will see you in the next video, whenever that will be.